So in my last video, I did mention that I saw a post on the TCHASE's page that most sanctions are headed to Guyana, inclusive of government ministers and even police force officials. The Guyanese critic did his normal morning post, and I was surprised to see him coming on back to do a live. That was later on yesterday. I think it was around after lunch. That live was done in his car. And the Guyanese critic was saying that TCHASE is not telling the truth, and there's no such sanctions coming. So I didn't take much notice of what critic was saying. But then about an hour ago, I was going through the social media and I saw under Lennox Schumann, you know, Schumann is an advisor working for the government. Lennox Schumann posted a short clip, 1 hour 14, of the vice president speaking at Meten MEERZORG at a rally, a PPP rally. And in this video that you'll be seeing, the vice president is going after TCHASE. He's saying TCHASE is not telling the truth. The vice president said that no such sanctions are coming to Guyana in terms of, from what to paraphrase, government ministers. And you're going to watch the whole video. You guys could make your determinations.
Mohammed comes in. Now, Azzuddin Mohammed, many people, they were saying, APNU, that we are covering up for Azzuddin Mohammed because he is close to the People's Progressive Party. All year long, APNU and AFC used to say that. Then Azzuddin Mohammed, there was a story in Reuters, which is the largest news agency in the world. It says that the United States government, 5 agencies in the US, including the Drug Enforcement Agency, were investigating the Mohammeds for gold smuggling, drug trafficking from Colombia, and money laundering for the Russian mafia. That is published, if you look at it, April 2023. They said that the US government is looking to sanction them. A year later, in June of 2024, the US government, through the Treasury Department, sanctioned the Mohammeds. It means that globally, nobody could do business with them. No banks, they can't have an account in the bank. The government of Guyana can't have any interaction with them because if we do, we put at risk the entire country. If you continue to have a bank account there, then they can shut down our access to the US banking system. So no, you can't send any money abroad. You can't use a credit card. You can't use a debit card. The banks would just close down in Guyana. So we distance ourselves. We said you have to face consequences. But he was very unhappy. He thought the PPP will protect him at the expense of every single other Guyanese. And we said no. We're an old party. We're Chedi Jagan's party. We work for Guyana. We're not going to work for you, Mohammed. So he then got upset and he started having these discussions with APNU and AFC, the team Mohammed. And that's why when we caught them going into the back door of Nigel Hughes' office, there was a picture of it. First they denied it, and then a picture surfaced. Nigel Hughes said, oh, it was a legal meeting, but he needed Trotman there for political advice. Look at since he launched his campaign. The APNU and AFC have not criticized him. They used to criticize him all the time before, but now suddenly they stopped criticizing him. They then took their activists and gave them to him. So Ramaya in Berbice, Sogrim, Harbajan, on the Essequibo Coast, all the old AFC and APNU people, they gave him to help mobilize because they think he can do what they did, AFC did in our strongholds in the past, which is mislead people. And they made it clear. Last week, Patterson said, anything but the PPP. They would collaborate with the devil, but they don't want the PPP. The same thing Norton said, that Azruddin Mohammed is paying people. The reporters asked him to go to his meeting, and look at who he goes. He has Doggy mobilizing for him. And they said, Norton said, oh, never mind that. The focus has to be on the PPP. So clearly they hope to do what they did in 2011, which is to bring the PPP below 50% in the parliament. That will never happen. That's not going to happen. Our support is very strong. And people recognize what is at play here. The Mohammeds are trying to save themselves, save their own ass. They don't care about the people of this country. The little thing about handing out houses and stuff. For example, he said he wouldn't collect a salary as president. The man already collected 300 years of salary nearly by evading 11 billion in taxes. You know what 11 billion could do? That could pay every school child because the care grant, every 200,000 of them. And he evaded that in 5 years alone and expect us to be grateful. So people, a lot of people used to like their posts when he put up the nice picture in his Lamborghini. But this is a different thing. He has no capacity to manage anything. Look at, can't put together a couple of words together. You see that? How could you put the future of your children into the hands of a party that is made up of, a lot of them are rejects? I can go down the long list of the people associated with him, but tonight is not the night for that. He has no capacity to lead, no experience. He doesn't know anything about policy. All he wants to do is to save himself. Look at yesterday when their launch was a disaster of the manifesto. He got one of his enablers, Travis Chase, who works with the Halagala TV, to make a post that the ministers under the PPP will be sanctioned. He then repeated it on the Team Mohammed site to make it look, oh, we all in this shit together. Sorry, my expression. So, it's not true, because the HGTV told Travis Chase to pull it down. It's not correct, because it's a lie. So he get these people from the media houses, pay them off, and then they carry favorable stories all the time. And he has this group of trolls online who pushes that line. They're not going to put themselves at risk. The sister who talks a lot and the brother-in-law, they didn't give up their US citizenship. All the other people are going to lose now. Some will lose their bank accounts, etc. It's a selfish enterprise. So you need to understand what is at stake here. We can't put the future of this country at risk. They were nowhere in 2020, and they will not be there. He will not be anywhere after September 1st. If he's taken a trip to the US, I saw, he said, I think the US will remove the sanctions if I win the elections. That's what he's saying. Well, the only way he's going into the US is if he's taken there. And I suspect they may very well take him there for other reasons. So, he already trying to lie to people. This is the other risk that we have to take. We have to be careful. We have to work hard. We have to let people see our heart, let them see our vision, let them see our plans for the future, because we're the only party that has plans, well laid out plans, well thought out plans for the future. And we have to reach out across traditional boundaries. The young guy, especially the young Afro-Guyanese guy that we want to speak to, where would you, when you, the 50,000 that Mohammed gives you, that you have to fight for now or get beaten up because you want to collect your money like doggy beat up the lady? When the 50,000 disappears, what else? What else? Nothing. Under the PPP, if you're a young man, if you're Afro-Guyanese or Indo-Guyanese or Amerindian, we're saying to you, we will pay for your education.